All right, back for a Monday Night Raw season premiere recap. We're gonna see how fast I go with this because some of it was good, and some of it was just, and I'm not gonna lie, the picture-in-picture sort of just threw me off. I was like, that's the only bad thing when they decided to do like the hour-long, no commercials kind of thing. It just kind of ends up. I'm like, because as soon as I go to the picture-in-picture, I'm kind of like faded out. I was like, now I'm looking at the commercials sometimes more than I am the match, even though the match right there, I was like, oh, that's right. Okay, what is this talking about with these old people in the video? But anyway, getting it started. It was a great idea to start out with the Wyatt Six and the top of the show and a little street fight 4-on-4. It was probably one of the better street fights in a while that just isn't silly. Like it actually was like destructive. I was like everybody got their spots. I was like they did really good spots with Ivy and doing with the extinguisher to take out Rowan. I was like Loomis just bombing through tables and stuff like that. The trash can pieces, although there was the funny part where Gable ran into him, and it was kind of weird because it's like, uh, whose idea was this? It almost looked like Gacy was in defense mode, but he wasn't. Gable, it didn't make sense, but it was still funny nonetheless. I was like Uncle Howdy, that cheater, just decided to get into this no disqualification match, and just put the numbers already at American Made, which I think that's a big thing to American Made to be able to look that strong in this situation. But I was like, but overall, it was a really good match. I was like, seeing what Nikki does in there. And I don't understand, if everybody else can take off their mask, why can't Bo Dallas take off his mask when he wrestles? When he does this, it's fine because like he just has an interaction and he just does his move or whatever like that. I don't mind that in the match, but if he had a match, I would like it to take it off. Now, my big thing, what I'm thinking is that when he starts coming around or healing or whatever they're going to do, I think that's when he take off his mask. Everybody else is a different connection to Wyatt that I think there's something going on with him actually having the mask on. But yeah, no, that was like, this is how you do it. I also like that it feels like a blow off match. Not saying that I don't want. I was like, I wouldn't mind if they interacted. I wouldn't care. That wouldn't bother me. But I think this American Made, American Alpha, gonna start to quiet down. I was like, Wyatt's move on to somebody else or take a little break so that way they can still stay special or whatever. But I think this is pretty much the end. Unless they did something like Bad Blood, I'd be fine with that. If they did something crazy, like they put them in the Hell in a Cell, that'd been crazy. Finn Balor, I was like, to me, he actually looked strong today. I was like, I'm just gonna group it together that he called out the way he called out Priest and talking about you made me a sidekick. I ain't no sidekick and stuff like that. And then Priest coming out the way he is. And like I said, I always thought that Priest's promos are really better. They got better when he had the championship. But I thought they're really better in response to somebody else, like how he was here. But I was like, JudgementDay all comes in. Rhea still got the bum leg, and Liv and Rhea are going to be at Bad Blood, and they were able to basically look dominant, beat the hell out of them with the crushing all until Jay Yeet comes through, which I was like, I also like that. I'm like, awesome. They also make them look like the numbers that they have. Like, they don't have to look. I mean, Finn should look individually, and I'm glad that at Bad Blood we're going to get them, which I thought it might be a stipulation, but hey, maybe they don't want to overdo it with the Hell in a Cell that's going to happen. But at the same time, their numbers need to look impressive, not necessarily them one-on-one. Their numbers, it should make a difference. The Liv Rhea thing, that's always just going to be a little lopsided in that sense. But yeah, I was like, we got. I'm trying to think. Then I was like, I'll just keep on talking about Judgment Day. Is that they end up running to the back to fight CLWO, which I was like, Dom had a match with Dragon Lee, but Ray and Finn, they're gonna have a thing, and I was like, Dom was able to beat Dragon Lee through the interferences and whatnot. That's necessarily neither here or there, but I was like, but they're also continuing their little beef they've had throughout this like past year. and into this year. Yeah, but I was gonna say, but with the Finn and Ray, I do like that in their match. I was like Finn had Ray in the ropes doing like almost like a single leg like crab kind of thing in the between the ropes, and it went past the 5 count. And I was like, I like that a lot better than him winning or something like that. It's just him being like screw this, we're going to just be like we're just going to be extra past the line with some stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. They have a way to do things that's like, and Finn taking hold of, and I'm like, awesome. This is a lot better. We got Unholy Union versus Jade and Bianca. I was like, fun match, but we knew where it was gonna go pretty much. I was like, it sucks because I was like, I do sort of like Unholy Union. I don't think they really had they got weird chemistry. I'll say they got weird chemistry with Bianca and Jade, because I was like, at times I don't think a lot of their stuff worked, and a lot of times it seems like it doesn't, and sometimes that's just because Bianca and Jade are just like, I'm over muscle everybody, so then Unholy doesn't have any response to it. Like normally, if it's like a big, strong guy, you normally have some people who fast or flippy or very technical. And I was like, that's not what Unholy Union is. But when Unholy Union is with other people, you see it a lot more. So, you know, I was like, but also they're keeping Bianca and Jay, which they're gonna need a damn name, strong here. But I was like, I would have loved it, to be honest, if Pure Feud and Collective, who did have a match later on, if they would have came out and beat up Jade and Bianca just to put the whole thing on notice. Why aren't they having their interactions? I was like, we handled what Damien's control in the back, which I'm glad that they did. They still keeping that going. But I'm just like, why isn't PFC, who's should be trying to do this tag team thing, not being involved? Which the mystery partner was Natayla. Yeah, yay. Everybody basically put on submission moves to give PFC to tap out. And PFC just like gave them the good old Canadian loss. Bret Gart came out. Gunther came out, basically sort of just being like, oh, his favorite wrestler is Goldberg, because Bret doesn't like Goldberg, that whole thing. Which is kind of like, but in saying that, Sami comes out, basically sort of just protects Bret and just fights Gunther, because Gunther's not going to give him his match. We're going to end up getting the match. It's just going to be like, what is the part that takes him over the line and saying all that. Yeah, no, I was like, then we got Drew to come out, and he's over here thinking like, oh, I thought it was done, but no, CMPunk wanted to keep going. And then eventually just turned it all to Wade, and basically saying like, hey, if you interfere again, we're going to have to handle it. And then him and Wade have a connection, and Pierce comes out to basically say, you know, you're attacking everybody, even your friends, but hey, CM Punk still wants more with you, and they're just going to have a Hell in a Cell Bad Blood. So, all right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be like the little last blow-off match in that situation. And then sort of last is the Fatal 4-Way with Jay, Ilya, petedunne, and Bronsonreed. There we go. I gotta get the right one, because Braun's been going throughout the locker room and basically telling each and every person why. Whereas like Pete, he's like, you ain't really nothing special. Ilya, I done already beat your ass. Braun, I was like, you ain't never dealt with a beast like me, basically, to your monster. So yeah, no, I was like, that how that one was able to go. I was like, the match was really good. I was like, you had everybody getting there, a bit of offense, them all having to attack Braun Strowman because he's a big son bitch. Yeah, I was like, you had Pete Dunne doing all his things. I was like, he got attacked. I was like, I thought he got attacked early by Sheamus. I thought he might get attacked again, but he didn't. I was like, but the big moment is that Braun was able to regroup, get up. I was like, oh, I will also say, because I was like, this made me think of it. Sorry, is that the coolest spot of the Wyatt Sick6 was Rowan taking the barricade and using it as a weapon. I haven't seen that being done. Gacy almost sounded like he broke his arm on there, but he didn't. He's fine. But Braun, after he does his little choo-choo, he's at the announcer's table, being all psyched, and then Bronson Reed just smashed him with a tsunami right through the table. And that was a good spot. Hey, them Canadians was getting a lot of holy shits tonight. They was getting a lot of that. I was like, that was crazy. It was really good. I was like, but then it was basically just Jay, Ilya, and Dunne trying to get the spot. But I was like, Jay, you got it, and we're gonna set up Braun versus brombreakker versus jeyuso. No surprise there or nothing. But yeah, no, it was a very solid, good season premiere. I was like, ain't no shame or in the game. I don't know what I'm gonna go with there. No, but it was fine. It was good. Yeah, I think I hit all the valuable points. So yes. Let me know, what was your favorite part of Raw? How did you think the season premiere? Did you think it was good? Great. I was like the Braun and the Bronson and the Braun. I was like, I wanted to be a triple threat, to be honest. I was hoping that Braun, since Braun Strowman won, got Braun in his face, brombreakker, and then Bronson Reed comes out there and attacks Strowman, setting up like some type of crazy triple threat where it's like Braun, and Braun, son, at this match. But anyway, let me know what y'all all think, and yeah, until another wrestling thing, I'll see you soon. Peace out.